a pretty good program for vehicles like this. It's hard to beat. Yeah, times she's a Ford operator really good.
Yeah, Brent.
Yeah,
Right.
Ford has some really good incentives on vehicles like this.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat, I guess.
Yeah,
They usually get the,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Chevy
I have no
doesn't,
idea. I'll
or
check it
they've got a
later.
different, but Ford uses this government
yeah,
pricing program.
yeah,
Almost like new is the way to go, you know, we quoted out used trucks and their new trucks come in cheaper than used ones sometimes, it's crazy.
Trying to read the roll, please.
Yes, sorry. Thompson.
Here.
Rumba. Howard.
Here.
Ferris. And Garcia.
Here. Join the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Everybody set up for public comment. Move on to item number 3, formal action. Andrew?
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. In front of you, you have a bid tab, and I had sent out the bid results for IFB 2020-04 earlier in the week. We held a bid opening for this IFB on Thursday, August 27th. It is for a replacement of Brian's command vehicle for the fire department. His current vehicle is a 2004 Chevy Tahoe with about 150,000 miles on it. Having a lot of maintenance issues lately, left him stranded a couple times. When we start getting to the point where you have a lot of maintenance expenses and you needing to kind of cycle out that vehicle. We did put this out for bid and received 2 bids back. One from Pearl Chevrolet in the amount of $44,090.20, and then we received 2 bids from Dan Brenner Ford, one for $39,245, and then a second for $40,645. The difference between the two, so both of Dan Brenner Fords are the low bidder options for the city. The $40,000 option includes a 2-speed transfer case, heavy-duty radiator, heavy-duty transmission cooling, 18-inch tires, and heavy-duty trailer tow package. So I had a conversation with Mr. Brenner today, and he had recommended that for the additional cost, it'd probably be better to go with the $40,000, just because that is closer to the bid spec that was put out, and that some of those additions would contribute to the longevity of this vehicle for just kind of marginal more cost. So I had a conversation with Brian on that, and we'd be fine with either option in this case, but we'll probably agree with just the marginal increase that the $40,000 option would be recommended, but I think we can definitely make do with
About $1,400 difference, right? So
yeah,
not really much at all.
which again, for a vehicle that gets as used as much as Chief James is, obviously want to make sure that it's what we're looking for. In your MRF, your Equipment Reserve Fund, the fire department does have $31,250 specifically for this vehicle, and then $315,925 for fire apparatus in general. So we would be looking to use the $31,000 out of the command vehicle fund and then supplement the remaining expense out of that fire apparatus.
I don't know, it's like 315, what do you think?
315,000. So after 9 or 10,000, we still have over 300,000 in that line item.
What's the commission think?
Why this size of vehicle? I guess why something like next edition instead of something a little smaller like Blazer or Trailblazer?
So I had a Trailblazer last time with all the gear that I have to store
in the back of my vehicle, SCBA, bunker gear, my wildland gear, hand tools, med kits, traffic cones, all that stuff adds up and it actually starts piling up in the back to where I can't organize it. Because I had a trailblazer previously and I had a blazer before that as well. Fire chiefs, battalion chiefs, division chiefs across the United States, they typically
Is this, the Fords, are they a base vehicle? Plain Jane style? Or all this other stuff in here? Yeah. Yeah, is it just standard, no upgrades? Yeah. You know, coming from farm, there's a farmer special pickup, and then there's the other special pickup. The farmer special, vinyl, everything, so you can wash it out.
Okay. When we discussed the bid spec, Brian even said, I'll take the roll down windows instead of electric. If you
I take the crank down windows.
I don't even think you can get them anymore.
No, you can't. Actually, yeah, you can. That's like, but that's like a special.
Special upgrade?
Yeah, something, I don't know what you call it.
JD? I have no problem with the 40,000 one, and spend a little extra for the kind of heavy duty version.
I think he's long overdue for, he's had the other one for a long time, the monies are available, you know, I was gonna ask Amber where they were coming from, but, you know, they've already been budgeted for, so I don't have any issue if you feel the one with the 40,645 is going to work better for you. And you're gonna become a county employee anyway.
So
I'll leave it when I see it, Joe.
Bring up, and I had brought this up before, I'm just curious as to, you know, was, supposedly the mergers happened, not that, plus my side here has been anything about it yet, you know, but purchasing a new vehicle right before mergers supposed to happen, you know, and Andrew said that, you know, if we were to put that number back up, we would get that asset back, if you bought it, but ideally, you know, the merger would last at least long enough that the vehicle wouldn't work much by the time it was going up to bid. I just asked you a question. Purchase a brand new vehicle right before merging the two entities.
So whose stickers are gonna be put on the decals? That's
Right
a
now,
cost too.
Right now, it's a Goodland Fire on it.
Right, so, and how much do those usually run?
I'd have to have Leon, I'm doing a basic sticker deal on it, I'm not doing anything fancy, not doing like what EMS did, it's just gonna have a thin red stripe, kind of like what the Forester Service does, and it's gonna say Goodland Fire on the driver's door and passenger door, and on the back, it's gonna have the safety chevron on the back, that's it, it's not gonna have anything fancy on it, so I really don't wanna guess to tell you what's gonna be, but it's not gonna be anything extravagant or crazy, I can tell you that.
Yeah, something that we have to take off anyway.
So we
Well, all the city
In the
apparatus,
merger.
we'll have to look at it, whether
Yeah.
down the road we want to re-sticker it, but that'll be a county issue.
Right.
Obviously, you guys will do too if that does happen.
So when we've obviously decaled things like an admin card, that's just a city seal on the side, very cheap. When we get into striping things like police vehicles, we're in the $500 to $800 range, just kind of depends on how much you add in there, but it's not a huge cost. And, I would just, as part of Vice Mayor Thompson's question, I think, and this would be something, I guess, for the commission to discuss, but I think the intention is still, once the merger goes through, that the reserves that we have put away for apparatus will still go to apparatus one way or another, right? That we wouldn't necessarily pivot those funds. We would still be looking to spend those dollars after the merger. And sometimes it's just a matter of timing. We were talking about the new county fire vehicle. The county fire board just went through the same discussion where they said, well, we've got this $150,000 piece of equipment. We don't buy it now, we're not gonna have the opportunity to purchase it, but we're right on the cusp of this merger, so they did just go and spend $150,000 on that vehicle that's in the parking lot, so they're in the same boat. I think we all wish the merger was done by now, but.
Well, I actually talked to one of the county commissioners. I think it's going to happen pretty quick. I had seen him and then he called me back and, I asked him, what is prolonging this? And I think just the transition in the new county attorney, but he said as soon as that happens, he said, we're gonna get it done immediately. So, that'll be good. Because Aaron has said we've been waiting for quite a long time, so you don't have. Any other questions? Concerns? Entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion to purchase Ford Expedition 2020 from Dan Brenner at the amount of $40,645.
I have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Brombaugh. Have a second?
I'll second.
Have a second by JJ. Any questions or concerns? Sean, anything?
Thompson?
Yes.
Trumbo?
Yes.
Howard?
Yes.
Garcia?
Yes. Okay.
And then what will we do with the old one?
We'll probably try to sell it. I mean, the road's good still, for somebody that needs
I
something
think a
around
smaller
here.
department that doesn't run very often, not as what I do, like doing inspections around town and so forth and so on. I think a smaller department could probably use it for a command vehicle somewhere else with the lights and sirens that are in it, so. You can't take the lights and sirens off of it, because if I take the light off of it, you're gonna have a big old hole on the top of the roof, so that wouldn't be very well sellable, so. So when they installed that light, they drilled a pretty good sized hole in the roof, so.
It's not sunroof.
Yeah. So yeah, so we'll probably try to use auction.
Okay, no other business, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
A motion, do I have a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Guys.